Hello sir, this is Lucas Janik and I have your drive, the A06b-6079-h106 on a test bench, and I have it hooked up to my H126 power supply. It's a little bit buzzing, but it's working. And I have the Alpha 22 3000 motor, same thing with 7 leads out, goes to the drive. And I already powered it up, and I know there is nothing wrong with the drive. And from time to time on this motor, when I jog it, I'll receive it encoder alarm 350, and that's due to this was hit a bit, and I had to change the encoders on that. So I'll tackle that issue later on with this motor when we're ready to be rebuild it. Also, let me demonstrate you. I'm gonna power up my test bench and bring it in a ready state. And this is coming up. Yeah, I have my position, emergency. Let me release the emergency, and like it is when it's hooked up, you know, and I release the emergency and everything on it. Yeah, I have 0, 0, 0, and actually I can go X, and actually I can jog the motor, you know. So I think your drive it's okay, and I'm gonna actually test it over the weekend and see once I have everything set up here, you know, and I'm gonna change the encoder on my motor. And but I think there is nothing wrong with the drive. One thing is I'm actually had to switch to S2 because my system looks like this, and if you could send me a picture of your system, that would be great, because then you said you have like boards coming in like that, and I think the boards like that, it's either the 15 or O control, and I think that's why you have the JV1B plug right here. That's what you're using, and that's what you're using on S1 right here, and that's your interface. That's your interface. So as far as I'm concerned, I think the drive, everything is okay. The drive is good, and I might try. I have an older version of my motherboard, so I might try maybe use your plug for this is actually plug for communication with the CNC, which goes right here on it. But so far I think so good. The drive, it's okay. And I'll actually, once I have everything set up here, I'll actually keep it on this test bench. This is, sorry for the mess, this is one of the oldest test benches. We don't use it that much. We use the newer ones, which have in the other building, but they all running tests right now. But anyway, I'll just post this thing on YouTube, this video, so you can watch it. And actually, you might be right. There might be either you have still the motor issue, or there might be an issue with the motherboard, which is on your, I think in your case, if you don't have the 16, 18 or the 21 control without the I, then you're gonna have the either 15 controller or O control, but D version with like it's actually a little bit different. It's actually like that, I believe. It's square, and you have the boards coming in like this to it. So I think you might have the O control with the newer drives, which is using this plug. And it might be the memory card where this thing plugs in to. That might be you might have some issue there. But another thing is, right away when you power this on, like let's say if you disconnect the leads and you have 0, 0, I would say you know what, it's a tough problem, because usually, you know, that means, you know, everything communicates okay and everything is all right. But this is a tough issue, and I hope we'll be able to resolve it. And I want to test this one thoroughly, so I'll keep it, make everything here and keep it running. I have also I received 2 H106, but newer versions with the fiber optic, and I use this control to test everything with fiber optic cable on it, and this one to test the 79s on this older style test bench. So I'm gonna hook it up here with the motor, and probably I'll replace the encoder on it, and then keep it running for at least 8 hours, and then I'll put yours in, and I'll see if it runs without any problems, you know, for a long period of time. If not, then everything is okay with the drive. And this is you'll have a tough issue. It's a delicate issue with your system, because the guys you send the motor to, they're pretty good, but sometimes they don't check. Not everybody checks the encoder, you know, the way they're supposed to, but it might be missing some data or some phasing. But most of the time they just put the motor on a megger, you know, and set it up this way on the how we say it, on the instruments, instead of actually using the control and a fan controller, you know, like we have here, and testing the unit. You know, this is unfortunately most of the people, they don't have any kind of like a FANUC or any kind of other test bench. They just use how they call it, the static test. So they use meggers, they spin it, you know, and see, you know, if the resistance or whatever the motor produces in voltage out, you know, it's good within tolerance, and that's how they test it. So I hope the motor is okay, your motor is, everything is fine with it, but I think so far we'll have no problems with a drive. And thank you so much, and I will call you within a couple minutes. Bye bye.